So let's just take a moment, find a little bit wider for most of us, like a little bit more like hip width, so you can like really ground down, you feel really stable. And just start to lift your toes up. We're crammed into these boots, into all sorts of shoes all the time. So really take the time to spread those toes, place them down, each one. Close those eyes down if they're not there already. And then just try to find that happy medium where the toes are, spread out, but it's not too uncomfortable. And see if you can press down with your feet, like really press down against the earth, and see if you can lift up from your inner arches a little bit. And see if you can send that energy from the inner arches, that lift up, send it up through your inner thighs. And just allow that to kind of help you to find some buoyancy in the spine. So there's like a levity here. And just arms down by your side wherever it feels comfortable. And just take a few breaths. Just like we did before, take a few big shoulder rolls. And again, just try to exaggerate them. You could even try this time to kind of do like an alternating shoulder roll, just kind of switch it up, see how that feels. Just kind of going for that delicious sensation in the body. Eventually just allow those shoulders just stop, be quiet. We'll take our left arm behind, grab onto your right bicep, and start to kind of pull forward. Yeah, like you're doing a little bit of a bicep curl. There you go. And we'll take our right ear to our right shoulder. And just start to do some neck rolls here again, just kind of like half neck rolls, I guess you could say. If you find a spot that's particularly sticky, just take a moment, hold there and breathe. Let's eventually come back up, release, maybe give it a little shake. Let's do it the other way. Let's take that right arm behind, grab the left bicep this time, do that curl, and ear over. And again, you're just taking those little kind of half to quarter circles. Just finding those tense spots. I know we all have them. Beautiful. Let's just eventually release there as well. Give it a little shake. Okay, this is one of my MVP movements. I love it so much. So interlace your fingers. We'll take them behind our head. So try to cup onto the back of the head. We all have this kind of like little notch. Try to find that notch. And then bend into the knees. Press off the feet and just start to cup on the back of the head and then widen the elbows. Just try to keep your eyes closed and just take a moment to really breathe in this expansive position. Next time you breathe out, start to draw the elbows in, tuck your chin in, and really curl in here. We'll just hold here for a moment and see if you can really breathe into your upper back and your neck area. Next time you inhale, start to lift up, open those elbows, kind of like blossom the arms, like those beautiful flowers you guys plant all the time. And next time you exhale, round it in. Just take 3 or more here on your own. It's a simple movement. Eventually we'll lift up. You can just release those arms down by your side. Let's take our hands in front of our thighs. Just sort of slide the hands down more towards your knees, but you want to take the heart, you kind of want to draw it forward and send your bum back. So you want to feel like really arched here. It should feel a little bit weird. So let's take it like this. Hands trace down till they go over your knees, down your shins. And eventually just find yourself in a nice fold, and we'll kind of hold on this one. Forward folds are incredible for many reasons. Releasing tension, that low back, of course. But the pressure of the thighs against your rib cage, your abdominals, is really good for digestion as well. So just really feel as you breathe that expansion of your breath against those thighs. And see if you can lengthen that big coconut on your head down to the earth a little bit more. Next time you breathe in, we're going to go up, but tuck your chin into your chest first. Lift up from your belly, and you want to stay as rounded as possible in the spine. Stay as rounded as possible as you roll up. Take it slow. Once you get up, take your time. No rush. Kind of open that chest up, draw the shoulder blades back. And next time you breathe out, we'll take those hands down the thighs again. Really arch that back, heart goes forward. And eventually find that juicy forward fold. And then inhale, lift from the belly, round it. Take it slow. I really loved how you were taking it extra slow. Let's all do that. And again, in your own time, just allow those hands to slide down the thighs. Next time you breathe in, just lift yourself up halfway. So hands to your shins, nice flat-ish back. And you cross your left hand to your right thigh. Stick it up pretty high. Then take your right arm and reach it up to the sky. Actually, a variation I really like is taking that hand and taking it to your low back. So right hand to your low back could feel good. Just breathe here. See if you can actually pull that right hip back a little bit. You might find that right leg straightens a little bit, but the left leg stays nice and bent. Oh, and breathe in that sweet breeze. I just got like a whiff of some of the flowers in the gardens. It's good stuff. And eventually, let's just allow ourselves to fold back down. Just hang here for a moment. Next time you breathe in, lift up halfway again, hands to your shins. We'll take our right hand, cross it to your left thigh this time. Reach up with that left arm and just finding the twist that works for you, hand to low back or the air, whatever's good. And then eventually again, just hang down. Breathe in, lift yourself up halfway. We're going to take our right leg back. So left leg should be forward. Actually, yeah, just trying to find some room. And actually heel toe this foot out, so it's kind of out to the side. The hands are to your inner thigh, I guess you could say. Yeah. So you can be here, back knee can be lifted. Most of us look pretty good in this position. If you ever want to put the back knee down, that's definitely an option. You can also take the hands to the upper thigh if that's feeling better too. I'm going to stick with this variation though. And you're welcome to just stay here. I really love to combine movement though, so see if you can actually kind of rock off those back toes and start to get into the hips here. We hold so much tension in our hips, so just really give yourself some time to explore here and breathe into those T spots. T for tight. If you're doing the movement, you could experiment with circles, maybe one way. Maybe circles the other way. And I encourage you too, anytime you do encounter some tension, maybe do an open mouth exhale just to really flush that tension out. And wherever you are, just find some stillness. Back knee down might be really nice. Just hold here. If you are open in the body, you could even kind of roll onto the outer edge of this foot and place the forearms down. But again, nice spot to be is hands up here. Yeah, stay wherever you are, where it feels comfortable. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Okay, and wherever you're at, eventually come back up onto your hands. We're gonna back the hips up. So really tug the hips back, and this front leg is going to straighten. So toes up to the sky, yeah. So start here, start with a flat back and really draw the top of your head. Try to drop forward, but your sit bones, they wanna tug back. And as you breathe out, just fold down. And breathe into that left hamstring in particular. That muscle can give us a lot of grief. Just another 3 to 5 breaths here. Just try to breathe into the heart of the sensation. And eventually, let's bend back into that front leg. Lift that back knee up, and we'll just take a step back up to the top. And again, just find that forward fold that we started out with. Just hang in here. Next time you inhale, find that halfway lift. We're gonna take our left leg back this time, so right leg forward. Again, heel toe this front foot out just to the side a little bit, yeah. For those of us with a mat, it's easy. You can take it to the edge of the mat. And then just same as the other side, just kind of find your position, right? So back knees can always be down. Again, hands up onto the thigh. And just take some movement here. Just explore into the body. My teacher, he has a saying that it's about the feeling and not the shape. So don't worry what it looks like. Just go for the feeling. What feels good? Just a few more movements here. If you're taking those circles last time, maybe take them this time. Wonderful. Eventually, just find some stillness. Again, back knee down is probably preferable. Just kind of find your lowest position, whatever that feels like. Let's eventually slowly make our way back up onto those hands. Just gonna find that half splits position again. So really hips draw back, front leg straightens. Let's all start with that lift up halfway. Think about that pull of the head forward, draw the sit bones. And then from there, as you dig that right heel down, fold down. And see if you can really suck in some of that breeze swirling around us right now. If you're watching the recording, just imagine there's a fresh breeze. Just 3 more breaths here, wherever you're at. Eventually, let's bend into that right leg. We'll make our way back up to that forward fold position. See if you can interlace your fingers and place them to the back of your head, kind of like we did before. And just gently tug down on the back of the head so you can get some traction in the spine. You can kind of feel the spine lengthen a bit. Next time you breathe in, keep the hands where they are to the back of the head, but just start to roll yourself up. So keep that really rounded position. Whenever you get to the top again, no rush. Just widen those elbows, lift that heart, liberate it up to the sky. And then eventually, let's just take the arms down by our side, keep those eyes closed. And just bring your awareness fully to your breath. Let's take our right hand to our belly, left hand to your heart, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter, as long as it feels good. And everybody take a deep breath in. And together take a deep breath out through the nostrils. Next time you breathe in, take it in for 3, 2, 1. Then hold for 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold out for 2 and 1. Inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold out for 2 and 1. And then just take a few rounds on your own. Same breath count. And just take one more cycle like this. Eventually just allow those arms to go by your side. Try to keep the eyes closed. Actually, you can take the hands to the front of your thighs again. And just like we did before, just present your heart forward. Then eventually find a fold. Breathe in, lift up halfway. Then eventually just take yourself down and find a seat. Try to keep the eyes closed a little bit longer. Just kind of savor in this feeling. I'm gonna turn the camera off, but just stay where you are.